You had an experience where you were taken back into time and saw Enoch go to heaven and Elijah go to heaven. What did you say?
Well said. First of all, I just want to tell the audience that while I tell this story about Enoch and about Elijah and what happened to them, every time I tell this story, the power of God will come through either the television set or in an auditorium when I speak, because this is an example of the power and the glory of God that's going to come upon the earth. Enoch's walk with God and Elijah's ride in his chariot, the power that took them is the same power and glory that is coming upon the earth. So open your hearts right now and receive as I tell this story. When I was on an airplane with my wife going to Seattle, I felt somebody come past me in the aisleway and stop right in front of my seat. So knowing that someone was standing there looking at me, I looked up and there was no one there. And then immediately I saw an angel. He grabbed me by the arm and whisked me away. And we went off the airplane. I watched the airplane go behind us, and we went to a place on the earth that didn't look familiar to me. And there was an open field, and I saw a man walking on a path. And the angel said, I have been given permission to show you what the powers of the coming age are. He said, it's the resurrection power. And he said, it's the power that caused Enoch to go to heaven without dying. And he said, behold, the resurrection power, the power of the coming age. And he pointed at this man, and I watched him take his last step. And the glory surrounded him and enveloped him around. And then all of a sudden, his last step was in the other realm, and he disappeared right before our eyes. But Sid, what happened is that glory came back and hit the angel and I and almost knocked us over. And immediately after that, he told me that that was Enoch, and that was his last step. And so then he grabbed me, and we went up into the air again, and we were flying, and I didn't know it, but we were going to another time. And we landed, and I saw a chariot pull up. It was on fire. And this man got into it, and I saw someone standing beside the chariot as well. And the chariot took off with this man, and the same power that I saw around Enoch went around the chariot, and the power of God came back and hit us and almost knocked us over again. And the angel told me that that was Elijah. And that was what I came back with. I actually came back with what hit my spirit, came back and imprinted me.
You came back with that. Can anyone walk in that resurrection power, glory that's a believer?
Yes. Before he brought me back to the plane, he handed me a scroll, and he said, here's your ministry. And I said, can I keep it and take it back with me? And he said, no, because it's in the Bible. It's in 2 Corinthians chapter 5. He said, that's your ministry. You have a ministry of reconciliation. He said, you go and you reconcile people back to God because the price has been paid. Just tell them that.